with cold water.
Yes,
and I'm making a call to action to you to make your own commitment to no longer wearing makeup. Are you willing to accept this call to action?
I will say that I will stop wearing. I'm going to do better research, and I'm going to use makeup that has better environmental benefits. So there's makeup that you can get that's like refills of tints, so you're not buying the packaging every single time. There's makeup with more eco-friendly packaging, makeup that's ethically sourced. I will make that commitment, Brian.
Yeah, so I do appreciate you wanting to make these changes. I think that's awesome. I think if you, as a person, want to make those appeals to other people, that's great. The issue I come across with generally when this conversation comes up is when it's legislated by the government. So when it's legislated by the government, it's regardless of any data, regardless of any personal beliefs, regardless of what you think about the subject, we are mandating that you make this change. I think that's extremely dangerous.
Can you provide
what
were you going to say?
But if it's for the better of like living on the planet longer.
Well, so to Andrew's point, the climate is an extremely complicated piece of you could say machinery. Right. There's so many complex parts to it, so many moving pieces. Actually, since
and their models are always wrong.
Models are always wrong.
The models are always wrong every single time. Their predictions are false every single time. I have absolutely, for 100%, climate change from my perspective, not the official whatever podcast stance. It's just Andrew Wilson's perspective. It's a total fucking scam. Yeah. It's a cash scam grab. It's a grab and go scam designed specifically for a bunch of politicians and lobbyists to pass climate change legislation so that giant megala corporations can do a hapless cash grab. That's exactly what's been going on since the 1980s. Back in the 60s and 70s, they were saying global cooling is coming to destroy us all. Leonard Nimoy did an entire video about it. It was fantastically stupid then. It's fantastically stupid now. It's a pyramid scheme. All of the predictions have been wrong. I can show you prediction after prediction of climate experts claiming that within the next 2 years, we'll never be able to bring it back. And every single time the predictions are wrong, we are not facing any sort of extinction event due to climate change, not even close.
Even
it's
recycling
ridiculous.
to
So let's move this on.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have
I
a final
agree.
quick thing?
Yeah, I mean,
What were you saying about legislation again?
So, we're going to move this on. I just want to make one more point. I mean, just kind of going off of what Andrew's explaining, like where's the hole in the ozone layer? Where's the deforestation that was peddled by a bunch of different lobbying groups? Actually, the Earth right now has more foliage than it did like 20 years ago by a great deal. So, I mean, we don't see these things actually coming to pass. They are all the time, every single time they've made a prediction and it's gone the opposite
There's
direction.
also been research on recycling.
Anyway, we're gonna move on. Brian wants to move on.
$200 to the
I'm so sorry, I'm actually
21-year-old Queen of
graduating.
America for a day. How much debt do you have in student loans? Wisen up and realize that you're being trained to be another mindless sheep by boomers who hate America.
I actually do want to address this because I really appreciate you raising this point. I actually did IB in high school, so I came in with 2 years worth of college credit. So I'm graduating a year early, and I only have $5,000 of student debt, and I'm going to be paying that off within 3 years, and then I'm going to go to grad school debt-free. So thank you for asking about my financial situation.
Thank you, Walking Roscoe. Appreciate it. Morgan, can you read this one?
Bill Nye noted that in the audience lifetime, the percentage of the atmosphere that is carbon dioxide, the prominent greenhouse gas causing global warming, has increased from 0.03% to 0.04%.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Thank you, K Mosfu20 for the tip there. Appreciate it.
That's 0.4%. Oh, no. What are we going to do? It's over. It's over for everybody.
So, to bring it back, we were talking about the bear thing. You were gone. You were in the bathroom doing like a stick and poke tattoo or something.
Yeah, I had
So-
to get it out of the way.
Would you rather come across a random man or a random bear in the woods?
A bear.
Okay, so bear. I'd like to hear the reasons why, starting with you.
Okay, so first things first. Bears act strictly off of instinct. So usually if they attack, they're probably threatened. Human beings, we have the ability to critically and logically think. We also tend to have a moral compass. So anything a human does is significantly worse. I am much more easily going to forgive a bear for mauling a human being than I will a man for hitting a woman.
So
men are more dangerous because we have a moral compass. We know it's wrong, but people still do it.
Right, but this is assuming that in both instances, this is doing a comparison where the man attacks the woman and the bear attacks the woman.
Danger-wise?
This is assuming that in all scenarios, this woman is going to be attacked.
Again, I would forgive the bear a lot easier than I would forgive the human.
What does that have anything to do with making a risk assessment of which one is more likely to attack you? Because that is essentially what this question begs.
I guess, I don't know, you're in the forest.
Well, hold on. Let me get everybody's justification before I give my take. So, why bear?
I don't know, you're in the forest and like
okay.
people can behave. Is that's a setting or am I wrong?
So, I think...
I don't know.
Yes, you are in the forest.
Okay.
But I'm confused.
Whatever. I'm assuming I wouldn't see a bear in my house or anything like that. Like, I don't know. Like, if it's more secluded, then I would probably buy the bear more. I don't know. Does that?
I don't know. Well, so if we're going to make considerations, if we're making considerations for where we're going to see the bear, who are the type of men you're generally going to see in the forest? Dudes who are just going camping, kind of like want to ignore society. Like, they're kind of just chill guys doing bro stuff. Like, if you're going to run across a guy in the forest, it's probably going to be a dude that's kind of just a normal guy. So if we're going to make those considerations for the bear, we should make those considerations for the guys.
Why the bear?
I will say.
For the past 2 months, I already had my weird, creepy, not good things with men, and I rather trust the bear right now over men.
Okay, so you had bad personal experiences in your own life.
Yes.
Ergo, you'd rather be in a forest alone with a bear versus a man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Brian, I've actually changed my opinion on this.
Does that not?
What's your opinion?
Okay.
My opinion is I totally side with the bear now. Because...
What?
I will tell you why.
All right, let's hear.
Okay. The bear is satisfied with a good meal. The woman gets to accurately play the victim. And the man has there's no ill will on his side. Nothing happened. He's not blamed for any of it.
I'd rather be food
Everyone
for the bear
wins.
than-
Everyone wins.
Okay, so
There's a flaw in your logic.
Okay.
I'd rather be
Tell me.
food for the
Hang
bear.
on, I'll tell you the flaw.
Okay.
The flaw is that after all of the bitching, whining, and screaming from this woman who was mauled by a bear due to her own stupidity, some man's going to have to go out there and put the bear down.
Fair, you're right, Andrew.
But the bear already got me.
So I just spent the last 4 days up in Keene Canyon in Sequoia. And yes, I was hiking out with bears. And I was at a river and I went swimming and there was a bear 50 yards away. It was a mom with her cub. They left me alone. I left them alone. I went swimming in the river. I took a nap on a rock. I woke up and they were gone. But when you see a man on a trail, you go you completely ignore them and dodge them.
Okay, so hold on. So let's just say you did that, right? Did the man chase you down and then attack you?
No, but you tend to.
Okay, but so you took an action, you took an action, but it doesn't mean that nothing happened.
Yeah. But you ignored him like you did the bear?
But the point is that you don't know what that person's thinking. Right, when you sit there and you pass the bear in the woods.
But the bear's
you don't know what the bear's
predictable.
No, you pass the bear in the woods. The bear is predictable because it acts off of instinct. Humans can sit there and they can pass you and then they can come behind you and pop you in the head or whatever the fuck.
Well, then let me ask you a question, just because you can predict bear behavior, and you're obviously very skilled at the prediction of bear behavior. If you were to, do you think, walk up to 50 random men and pat them on the head, or 50 random bears and pat them on the head? Which one do you think would be more likely to fucking maul you to death?
The bear. That makes it predictable.
Hold on.
That's a completely different situation. It's not in its natural habitat.
What do you mean?
No, you can do it in their natural habitat. You walk right over and you just go and pat it on its fucking head.
I'm going to dodge both the bear and the man.
The man's in his natural habitat.
My point is that human beings are more dangerous than bears.
Okay, so let's try this again.
You didn't answer his question.
You would agree that men are in their natural habitat. If you find one in a city or you find one in the country, they're in their natural habitat. And if you walked over and you were to pat just random men on the head versus random bears on the head, which one do you think would be more likely to viciously attack you and kill you?
Probably the bear, but that's why you that's why you don't be stupid.
Because you know,
but also,
what
it would be pretty stupid to take a gamble with a bear.
Exactly.
You seem like it'd be far more comfortable patting random men. Touching random men without their permission seems to be well within your comfort level as opposed to touching random bears.
Comfortability and predictability is different, though.
You don't bother a bear the way you bother men.
No, but yeah, I get where you're going with this, but it's more about, like, I think you're trying to say that they're just more predictable.
That's yes. I'm saying
I wouldn't
because any animal acts off of instinct. It's easy to predict their next move. Human beings, you can't predict their next move.
Not just men. I wouldn't even say that about just men, but
you can't predict the moves of a wild bear, really?
No, yeah, that's. I mean, I'm an outdoorsman as well. I'm a hunter. I spend a lot of time outdoors. I got to push back on this a little bit.
So like
bears,
really,
yeah,
they can manipulate you into thinking that they might eat you and then they won't, or
bears are very simple. Yeah, you're right. They are simple. It is either I'm going to kill you, I'm going to eliminate this new threat, or I'm going to go away. Those are the only two options. With a man, there are a million options, and only a few of them are bad. Most of them are like, hey, I'm gonna say hi to you, or I'm gonna ignore you. Most of them, and you probably won't even see the guy.
That's absolutely fair, and I agree with that.
So there are far less negative outcomes with the man than there are the bear.
But far less negative, or are you gonna go for I know for sure more? What the bear is going to do.
Okay, yeah. I know for sure that the bear is either going to avoid me or murder me. I'm not willing to take that chance. I'm much more likely to take the chance with the guy because there are more options than ignore me or murder me.
That's how most serial killers get away with shit.
I would take that gamble any day.
Torture you.
Fair enough.
Generally speaking, that's probably not going to happen. But with a bear, it is one of two options. And he just might be hungry. The bear, if it's hungry enough, it's like, hey, that thing's smaller than me. I'm going to kill it and eat it.
I think these answers come from
bears
me
think that way.
Like,
it is, am I hungry? They don't have too many thoughts in their head.
I have never ran across an aggressive bear, and I've been around a lot of bears from the Appalachia to up north California to fucking Alaska.
Been around a lot of bears, my ass. Yeah, fucking right. Yeah, fucking right. What bears have you been around in the Appalachians? What bears?
The ones.
What bears were you running into in the Appalachians?
There are a lot of bears in Tennessee.
What kind?
They're black bears.
How many bears?
And what other kinds of bears are there?
How many bears have you come across?
Yeah, how many bears?
Literally
how many bears have you
literally dozens.
I am in the woods a lot.
Okay, literally dozens. Like you cross paths.
Yes. I literally have a selfie with me and a bear in the back.
Okay. Look. And then how many men have you walked past?
Too many.
Millions.
But okay, wait.
Wait, why do you say it like that? Hold on. Let her answer.
Yes,
why do
I'm
you say
antisocial.
It like that? Oh, you're not anti-men?
No, I hate everybody equally.
Okay, so how many men do you think you've just walked past without incidents? Millions?
Quite a few.
Maybe not millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands throughout the whole course of your life? Think of high school.
Yeah, but a bear has never hurt me.
At the mall, at the restaurant. Yes, perhaps I'm not doubting that a man or some men in your life have hurt you.
That's probably where that answer really comes from.
Let me ask you a question. How many hours of your life have you been in proximity to men as compared to proximity to bears? Like, would you say you've been in proximity to bears for less than an hour of your life?
No, I would say more than an hour.
It's probably on the order of magnitude of that.
I mean,
you said a couple dozen, so you're just kicking it with bears for like 30 minutes. You're just chilling.
Sometimes you just sit there and you watch the bear, and you're just like, okay, cool.
If we're chalking it down to just like a comparison to a bear, then obviously, yeah, like this is kind of like ridiculous. But the answers that are coming from like a bear being more likely to us to be wanted to interact with than a man is coming from other situations that are a little bit more deeper than.
My point is that